Hello, hello. I'm Jennifer with Watercolor Girlfriend if you're new here. And we take time to watch watch some watercolor painting to hopefully inspire you to do the same. Watercolor painting can be so fun and it's easy and it's versatile and you can take it traveling, you can take it outside, you can do it just at your kitchen table. It's so simple. You don't need to have a lot of equipment. You don't need to have a lot of studio space or even a lot of budget so that you have to buy a lot of equipment. You just need a few things. And that's what we like to do here at Watercolor Girlfriend is spend our time making fun and pretty watercolor paintings. So today we are going to take it outside and paint a tree. I'm going to paint a bunch of trees and heading forward, but this is a pygmy palm set. You see that? Mm-hmm. We just did it in our sketchbook, which I wish they had a better name when you're doing it as watercolors or painting, but technically it's a sketchbook. And this is one of my favorites that I've been using for a little while and filling that baby up. Look at that. Getting a lot in there. And this is a 110 pound. It is just a kind of a generalized, it is a watercolor sketchbook, but you can do mixed media in here as well, but it's heavyweight and it's got a bit of a texture. It is acid free, and I did get it at one of the larger art supply stores. Sometimes you can't find a variety of art supply stores, so you go to the ones that are available, right? So it's just one of these. Yep, $9. And it's fine. And it's a heavier weight. It's 110 pounds, like I said, so it will still give you a little bit of warping, but not bad. It's been nice if you wanted to try that. And then just some ink pens, which I've talked about in the past, but this is probably, I think I used a Pilot ink pen and just a couple of different colors for my watercolor paints, and away I go. So you're going to see me head out. I'm going to set up a little spot to do some painting because, I don't always want to sit to do my painting. And I bought this really cool table for like 40 or 50 bucks at walmart.com, and it folds up, but I kind of leave it on our patio area so that if I want to go out when it's finally nice out, I could just move it out there with a little umbrella or something and do some painting, and it makes it easier. And you don't always want to sit, so standing is kind of nice too. So you see me do that, and I'm going to set it up. I fast forward that part in the beginning, but feel free to always speed things up if it's getting a little much for you, because I'm going to sketch the whole thing out a little bit. You'll see just a little pencil work in the beginning to set kind of the composition, and maybe I'll explain more as we go, and slow it down as you see fit, and I'll play some music in between, and all right, away we go. Okay, so there's that table I was talking about, walmart.com. Very simple. It was like 50 bucks, like I said, at the time. And this umbrella that I have, it's a cool beach umbrella. I love it. It's easy. It was inexpensive, but it doesn't have a UV coating, so you might want to look for one that does to prevent. I was there a half an hour, so we're going to call it good. All right, getting set up a little bit more, and you'll see I have I want to get that camera just right for you. And I apologize, it's not too windy, but a little bit in and out from the wind. And you see I have my little kit. All I had was in the bag there. I didn't bring a whole lot out with me. I wanted to draw out with pencil just to get my composition and, kind of the placement, the space it was gonna take up on my page, and not a lot of detail-y pencil work before I got going. I wanted to dive right in with the ink. Just made sure my pen is working there. And
I want you to do the same. Just dive right in. You're going to make mistakes, and I love this type of sketching as well because the mistakes are cool too. And you can compare what you do over time and redo things and sketch and paint the same pictures over and over, the same trees, and you'll really, not only will have a nice collection, but you'll really learn a lot. Compare the stuff that you do from the last time, what you want to include the next time, what you want to exclude, and just go from there and have a good time. And I'm getting started right away with the palm fronds, and I'm not being super realistic, right? That's kind of the style I like. And kind of getting a generalized feel of what it looks like and my interpretation. So I hope you'll do the same with your own. How do you want that to look on your page? Probably not just like what I'm doing. You want to come up with your own kind of thing. And I'm going to let you watch this a little bit longer, and I'll turn on a little bit of music, and I might jump in again. Again, we're doing the pygmy palms that I have up there in the left corner. You can wander into your own backyard and do whatever trees you have, or if there's a park nearby, or even your neighbor's tree. And if you want to get comfortable doing this kind of work before you head out in public, do what I like to do when I just have a few minutes and I go in the backyard and just start painting whatever is available and not blowing in the wind that day. Okay, enjoy. I'm getting into the base, the plants that are down below and the flowery things and kind of the rocks and the mulch that's there, and I kind of have my own way of making the line work, and I repeat that in a number of drawings, and I've worked on it, or I've done what I've recommended. I do something and then next time I'm like, I didn't like that, and I'll do this next time, or next time maybe I'll include something else and try something different. And I still do that kind of stuff as well. And you certainly don't need to go as quickly as I am. If you want something more detail-y or more factual and realistic, you could certainly do that. And you could do that in part of it and do it a little sketching in the other places, mix it up a little. No reason you have to do it exactly the way I'm showing you here by any means. And I did want to mention the pen that I'm using, because I do a lot of ink work, and I have talked about it in a couple other videos. Maybe I can pull one up for you and make a note so you can look into those. But I like to use, this one is the Sharpie pen, and it's okay. They have a different line, that's this pen, compared to the Sharpie marker that you're probably used to, which is lovely too. This is a little thinner, but I've also noticed it kind of dries up faster, so the line work might not be as rich and deep as the Sharpie pens and markers you're used to. So currently I've been using it because I bought some, but I'm still in love with the Pilot. The simple one, you can get at almost any store, art supply, office supply, Walmart, Target, and it's been a favorite of mine for a really long time. But I'm using a variety of stuff. You also see the Uniball one that's up there. Those are also lovely. And I'm going to make sure that after I am done with the sketch, I will wait a little bit so that it dries a little. It's also a dry climate and it's breezy out, so it'll probably dry pretty quickly. It will probably bleed a little bit. That's really okay with me. I like that look as long as it's not too messy and it kind of goes with what I've got going on in the painting. And you can always do this afterwards as well. You could paint first and then do more of the ink work on top. You can go back and forth. Obviously, this is your painting. You can do as you see fit. And, and I like to try different ink pens and see what I like best. I've tried some of the more expensive art pens, and I find that the nibs just wear out or break down. And so I've been finding these less expensive ink pens are nicer. Okay, I'll go away again so you can enjoy. Okay, so I basically have the drawing portion, you can see a final there, wrapped up, and now I'm gonna get started doing some painting. And it's so much fun. I love creating a watercolor painting like this. It's loose and it's fun and it's playful, and you don't have to be so precise because the drawing in the background gives you that appearance, right? And I think it's lovely. I enjoy when other people, create watercolors like this. And it's something I did this in about a half an hour. And it's easy, you can take this wherever you go, and you can travel with this. You can do a nice fun painting of your whatever trip you go on, or just your location, maybe your backyard, there's something special there, or somebody's house, your house, your family's house. It's really versatile and very simple and easy, and I love to do that. So I've moved on to the brown, and you can see, just picking up a little bit there, just a little too much color for my taste. I don't even have to use a whole lot of different colors to get such a fun painting. Wanted to let you know you can find me over on Instagram at Watercolor Girlfriend as well, and we could connect over there and chit chat a little bit. And if you have any questions about this process or the paints or the paper I use or anything like that, please leave a comment below. And I love to write about what I paint and how to paint. So you can find my blog, which I'll link to in the bottom as well. It's such a fun world, watercolor painting. I hope you've been enjoying watching and inspired by some of the paintings you've seen on the channel. I'd love to hear from you and hear, what you've been up to. Have you been going outdoors and doing some painting, or it's pretty chilly, so maybe you're staying in. Maybe you take your painting kit while you travel, when you go visit family and stuff, and sneak in some painting time. All right, so it's just going to wrap up here, and then you'll see a final. And I hope and inspire you to paint, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.